guys, and welcome to my channel. Today in plant update I am going to show you all the amazing updates inside the house and outside, so we can go see how everybody is doing this week. So we are going to start with the rose stems that I have planted. So here are some rose stems. I have 4 in total. I don't see any new growth, so we'll have to wait and go outside and see how the rose bush is currently doing. So that's what this guy is looking like so far. So now we're going to move on to the Easter cactuses, and as you can see, this guy is getting rid of some old leaves, which is totally normal. They'll get rid of some old leaves to bring in some new leaves. It's usually how it goes, but we still got a lot of good new leaves coming in. Old leaves will fall off, and I just let them fall off on their own. I don't try and pull them off, but a good thing to do every morning is to come and check the soil and see if it needs to be watered, and I just watered these guys yesterday, so I don't need to do that today. Especially in this kind of pot, I make sure I get it all around the plant to make sure it has plenty of water. So here are these small Easter cactuses, and they are growing quite well. This one especially is growing quite a lot of leaves, and this guy still wants to be a lazy Easter cactus, but it's still growing some new leaves, which is always encouraging. So now we're moving on to the Christmas cactuses. These are the ones I'm excited for because it's most like the end of July right now. It's getting to the end of July, and we're gonna get into September, the hottest months of the year for Florida. But around October, November, that is going to be the time where we're going to want to take them to the coldest place in the room or the back door where it's going to be really cold at night. And you're just going to want to sit them there every night, which is what I'm going to be doing when it gets really, really cold. I'll probably say when it gets like in the 60s at night, that is the time where I'm going to be putting them by the door. So when I have to turn my heater on, that's the time I'm going to be putting these guys back there. But everybody's looking good. We got some new leaves coming in. That's all good. We got this old leaf that's falling off right there. Again, I just let it fall off normally. I'm not going to like force it to come off. I just wait till it falls off on its own. And then we got this Christmas cactus right here. And as I can see, it's starting to wither, which tells me it's not getting enough water. So I will have to water this guy today. Because in the leaves, if you see little wrinkles on the leaves, that's an indicator that it's not getting enough water. I know it's getting plenty of sunlight in this room, but it's not getting enough water. So that tells me it needs more water, so I'm probably going to water that guy today. But I do check the soil every morning, make sure they all have plenty of water. And the soil that I use is Miracle-Gro Moisture Control, which means it will water your plant as it's needed. But that one needs more water because I can see the soil is drying up. So everything's looking good on this guy. Again, we have a leaf that looks very, very wrinkled, and it's very, very like, thin, which tells me that's dying off. Don't need to water this guy because I've worked with this soil so long I can actually tell when the soil is dry and when it's not. And according to this soil, I don't need to do that. So if you worked with soil for many, many years like I have, you can kind of tell when the soil is saying it's dry and when it's not, especially when you're working with a certain soil all the time. You can usually tell. You see this leaf right here is going to fall off. At some point, I'm not going to force it off. I'm just going to let it fall when it wants to. And now we're moving on to my aloe plants. Look at these guys. They want to grow sideways. They want to grow sideways. So let's take a look at this guy right here. It's growing a new leaf right there, and everybody else is looking good. Then this guy, no new leaves as of yet, but it's growing. This leaf needs to be cut, but I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to wait till it gets down to the base and then I'll just pull it off. Like we have this leaf right here that if I just pull off, it'll just come off like that. So yeah, everything is looking really good for these guys. And now we are going to move on to my Phalaenopsis orchids. So everything's looking good. I'm loving it right now. So here is this phal right here. We got this nice flower spike. And everything is looking so good right now. The roots are doing quite well. The leaves are doing well. The flower spike is doing well. So everything's doing well today. Everything looks good. I don't see any signs that I need to be worried about the roots right now. So we got this guy right here. We have this guy that has this nice flower spike, and you can see there's possible buds coming in. But this guy also has a little leaf coming in. It's very, very tiny at this point, so I can't really show you guys what's going on. But we got the roots growing quite well right there. We got some extended roots coming in, which is always a good sign, but we got a new leaf coming in. That's even better. Love it. So now we're gonna move on to the next Phalaenopsis orchid. And we got this nice leaf coming in. As you can see from the side right there, it's a little bit bigger than the previous leaf, which is normal for these guys. Which is why you need a lot of space if you're gonna grow Phalaenopsis orchids, because each leaf will become bigger than the last, especially when you're feeding it lots of water and you're giving it its fertilizer. The leaves will get bigger, for sure. And everything's looking good on that. The leaves growing, the roots are looking good. The flower spike's looking good. It's a little tiny flower spike at this point. And here is this guy, and you can see the new leaf really coming in right now. So that's the new leaf that's coming in. As you can see, it's getting pretty big at this point. And we got some extended roots coming in. And we got a new root coming in. Right there, it's looking good. We got these area roots right here, looking really good. And look at this flower spike. I don't know how long this guy's been in spike, but it's been a while. I think it's probably pretty close to a year at this point. Probably a year or more. Now we're gonna go look at the baby orchid, my smallest one of the bunch. So here's my smallest orchid. There's no new leaves growing, but that's okay with me because we have roots coming in. We got a couple new roots coming in, and we got 4 new roots coming in. That's very exciting. That always tells me it loves what I'm doing. It loves being in water culture. So you put your orchids in for whichever water culture you want to try first, the full-time water culture or semi-water culture. Full water culture is they're in water all the time. Semi is like they're in water about, depending on your environment, probably about 5 out of the 7 days. But try that for 3 months, and then if they don't like it, try the other water culture. And if they don't like that, then you have to go back to the bark or whatever you were using before. But mine seem to love it. And everything's looking good for this guy. So we got the new roots trying to come down. They're trying right now. They are trying. But that's all the new roots I see. And then we still have this leaf right here that's yellowing off. But everything is looking good so far with this guy. So I get no worries with this guy right now. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go outside to the front, and I'm gonna show you the mother aloe, how she's been doing since the tree guys have come out. I'm gonna show you the poinsettias, see how they're doing this week. And then I'll show you my rosebush and see how it's doing this week. So I'll see you outside. Okay guys, we are outside and here is the mother aloe plant. As you can tell, she still has a little bit of damage that she's trying to recover from, but we got some new leaves right here. And all of her babies are doing quite well. They're all growing new leaves. It's all good news over here. So here are these two poinsettias. Sadly, this one is not going to make it, I don't think. It's not showing very good signs at this point. But these two poinsettias are doing quite well. So probably around mid-November, we're going to have to tell them it's winter and cover them for a while so they will produce the red leaves and the little flowers. And here is the rose bush right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but right there is a flower bud. There's a bud growing right there. So we should see some roses pretty soon. It's really exciting. Really excited to see some new roses. Okay guys, we just came back inside from looking at all the beautiful plants outside. And again, all the fertilizers that I use will be in the description below. The temperature and humidifier that I use will be in the description below as well, in case you want to go check those out and maybe buy some of your own. This week is not fertilizing week, but next week is. So I fertilize every 2 weeks. I have it on a schedule, so my plants are very, very happy at this point. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video if you liked it, share it to grow our community, and subscribe if you're new here, and don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss a video. I will have a couple videos over here that you would like to see. I'll have a playlist of all my plant update videos as well. So I hope to see you guys next week.